My son is in prison for something terrible he did at school, but he still insists he did the right thing. Secret. The meeting room is cold. It's a dark, empty space with a glass wall separating us from the inmates and the only physical contact between mother and son happening over a gray phone. I sit in a hard plastic chair and wait for Adam to come in. I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel. Ever since he did what he did 2 weeks ago, it's like my life has stopped. My body's stuck in a state of numbness. I still haven't seen him. I watch him walk through the door, head down, his prison uniform clearly hanging from his 145-pound frame. A tall, intimidating officer escorts him to his seat, standing guard behind him. Through the glass, I stare at him, but he doesn't immediately look up. He's embarrassed. A mother knows. We both pick up the phone. "Hello, son," I begin, keeping my voice neutral. "How are they treating you here?" "It's okay, Mom," he replies. "I probably deserve it." His answer surprises me, and we sit in silence for a few moments. "I don't understand why you did this," I say as tears well up in my eyes. "But I will always love you. You're still my son." As soon as I finish, he drops the phone, puts his head in his hands and starts crying uncontrollably, like when he was 10 years old. Then he picks up the phone again. "Those kids I killed at school, Mom," he begins. "You have to understand. They deserved it. They should be taken out as they are." The officer behind him overhears the conversation and is watching Adam. "If they bullied you, son, that's terrible," I tell him. "But that doesn't mean they deserve to die, and—" "They didn't bully me," he shouts, cutting me off, his outburst drawing the attention of the inmates and visitors. The guard comes in and grabs his shoulder. "That's enough, Adam. It's time to go." "Mom," he whispers through the line before he's dragged out of the room. "You need to look in the glove compartment." I walk out of the room, dazed and confused. Was my son paranoid? Delusional? I storm out of the center and get in my car. The long drive back to the city is a blur. My mind races. How did I not see this? How could I not know what she was capable of? As a single mother, always exhausted from work, she just seemed like a quiet, geeky teenager. What brings me back to reality is the attention of the car that has been following me since I left prison. A black vehicle, driven by a clean-shaven, military-looking man with dark glasses, follows me. He looks eerily familiar to the guard from the meeting room. I make several random turns and he's on my tail. I pull into my neighborhood store. He parks a short distance away, still in sight. I rush in, grab what I need and get in line, still trying to figure out what's going on. Why is he following me? They already have Adam. As I wait in line, I hear someone call out from behind me, and I jump in fear. It's not the man in the car, but I almost wish it was. It's a pale woman with a blank expression. Jenna, the mother of one of the 3 children Adam killed in the school shooting. I freeze. "Hi, Claire," she says. It takes a second. "Hi, Jenna. How are you?" "Not so good," she replies, not bitterly, just honestly. I snap. "Hey, I just want to say I'm really sorry for your loss," I begin. "What my son did was unforgivable, and—" He cuts me off. "Claire, please. It's not your fault. We lost both of our sons that day." He takes my hand in his. "From mother to mother. We have to help each other," she tells me. Then she hugs me, so tight I almost cry. No one has ever shown me such compassion. With renewed strength, I leave the store, preparing to head straight for that car and confront the man who followed me. But he's gone. Thank God. I get in my car, and as I prepare to drive home, I remember what Adam said and check the glove compartment. There's nothing unusual in there except for a small metal device, a flash drive. I get back home, head straight for my laptop. It's already dark. I know exactly why Adam hid the USB drive in the car. His room, computer, phone, even his video games were all searched the day after the events. They even took my laptop. I had to get a new one from work. What I don't know is what he has to hide. My hands shake as I plug it in and open a folder full of pictures. They're photos of 3 children who have died, most of them taken in ordinary moments at school. The same 3 people always appear, 2 boys and a girl. The photos, probably taken on Adam's phone, show them eating lunch, walking home, and studying in the library. Just the usual. Was Adam stalking them? They didn't look like bullies. My brother came back from a solo hike. He's not the one who came home. He was only gone for 2 days. Said he needed to clear his head, so he packed light and headed up into the Wintaz with his usual gear. No big deal. He's done it before. But this time, when he came back, something was off. It started with how he walked in. No announcement. No, I'm back. Just opened the door, set his pack down, and stood in the kitchen like he forgot what it was for. I was at the table mid-bite. He looked at me and smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Good trip?" I asked. He nodded, still smiling. That smile didn't drop once the whole night. Not when he told me about the mountain lion tracks near his campsite. Not when I noticed he was wearing my sweatshirt, the one he hates. Not even when I asked what trail he took and he said, "North Ridge." There is no North Ridge, not here. That night I couldn't sleep. Something about how he moved felt wrong. Too smooth, too studied. At one point I got up to check the locks and caught a glimpse of him in the hallway mirror. He was just standing in the dark, staring at it. Not at his reflection, at the space beside it. The next morning I found a dead bird on the porch. Not torn apart, just laid out neatly like a gift. He said he didn't put it there. Then he asked if I remembered when our mom died. The thing is, she's still alive. I waited until he went out back. He said he wanted to feel the sun, but just stood in the middle of the yard, arms hanging loosely at his sides, face tilted upward, like he was trying to remember what warmth felt like. That gave me maybe 10 minutes. I went straight for his pack. It looked normal at first, his knife, half-used water bladder, trail snacks he didn't touch. But when I unzipped the bottom pouch, I found something he would have never brought home. A lock of hair, tied with red thread, dry, brittle. Not his color, not mine. It looked old, like it had been buried in salt or ash. Underneath it was a scrap of parchment, something drawn in charcoal, rough circles layered with jagged lines, stick figures warped around a central shape. I didn't recognize the symbol, but the longer I stared, the more I felt like I should. When I turned it over, a single word was scrawled in the corner, in tiny, frantic handwriting: "Return." I barely had time to zip the pack shut before I heard the back door open. He stepped inside, eyes still fixed on the ceiling, like something might be living just above it. "You been in my bag?" he asked calmly. I lied, said number. He smiled. That damn smile. It stayed frozen while he poured himself a glass of water, gulped it down too fast, then poured another. His throat made no sound as he swallowed. Later that night, I woke up to him humming, a song we used to sing when we were little. Only half the melody was wrong. Notes bent in places they shouldn't bend. The words didn't rhyme anymore. And when I peeked down the hallway, I saw him standing at my bedroom door. Back turned, not moving, just listening. He didn't say anything when I asked what he was doing. He just walked away. In the morning, he was already at the kitchen table when I got up. No coffee, just sitting. He looked at me with that too wide smile and said, "Why'd you lie, little brother?" He asked why I lied. I didn't answer. I just stood there, heartbeat hammering behind my ribs, wondering how long he'd known, if he saw me touch the pack, if he'd ever really turned his back at all. He didn't press the question, just smiled and went back to staring at the table. Later, he left again. No word, no jacket, just walked out into the tree line and vanished like he'd always belonged there. This time, I didn't check the pack. I waited, and after midnight, he came back. His hands were covered in dirt, shirt torn, no blood, just wrong, like it wasn't made for his body anymore, like his limbs had started to stretch beneath the seams. He didn't say anything, just walked past me and went straight to the basement. That's when I heard it. Knocking, but not from the door, from inside the pack. Slow, wet, rhythmic, like knuckles dragging against plastic. I opened it. The first thing I saw was the hair again. Matted now, damp with something dark. Beneath it, something wrapped in a tattered gray cloth. I should have stopped there. I didn't. I reached in and pulled it free. It was a jar, sealed with wax and twine. Inside was a mouth. Not a full face, just a mouth, twisted in a silent scream. Gums torn back, lips stitched closed with animal sinew. but it was breathing. The glass fogged up every few seconds. It was trying to speak. Then I realized something. It looked like mine. I dropped it. The jar didn't break. It just rolled to the edge of the floor and sat there, vibrating softly. Then from the basement, his voice called up. Except it wasn't really his. It was mine. Low, hollow. Almost like he was trying it on for the first